What role does curiosity play in my life? Oh, that is a really good question. What role does curiosity play in my life? Okay, yeah. First of all, do I have a curiosity? Yes, I have a curiosity. Okay, regarding about what? Um, okay, first of all, is that key regarding about I have like a little bit some sort of interest regarding about some certain thing. Okay, which kind of like a lead me. I have little bit of curiosity regarding about knowing them. Example, I love astrophysics, okay, like a space and black holes and wormholes, and there is a dark matter, stars, planets, environment, like space stuff. Okay, yeah, aliens and things like that. I'm really interested to doing that thing. Okay, I wanted to know about that thing and something like that. Okay, yeah, I have little bit curiosity about this thing, and and also I'm gonna tell you about this thing that I just wants to know about that thing. Okay, yeah, so why don't you do the study? Why don't you study astrophysics? Why don't you study about this and that? Okay, yeah. So there are a couple of difference between the during the study and during the interest. Okay, yeah. Example. Okay. So if I'm gonna say that key you have to run, okay, but before you run, you have to read this manual. Have you ever read any kind of like something manual to run by yourself? No, we just started running by ourselves. We don't really read any kind of like something manual or something like that. This is what kind of like a something humanity have a kind of like a something lack of giving or kind of like a surrounding or kind of like a cater the information. Okay, yeah, because the conventional way of learning is a kind of like a something what is the conventional way? Like conventional way means like that na ki read the books, read this, read that, yeah. Like I'm not kind of like something against this thing, but probably is this thing na ki I am not actually process this information like from audio, from kind of like a word to kind of like a something image, like I don't know. Okay, yeah, probably like maybe this is my fault, maybe because of that I'm not kind of like a something like usually. Okay, if you don't really understand this, if I'm gonna say elephant, you started imagine elephant. Okay, like there is a kind of animal who has a four leg and like a big nose and things like that. Okay, yeah, you are not actually imagine that ELEPHENT. No, you don't really imagine that. Okay, yeah, same thing happened with me is that key I usually imagine things in an image, not in words. Okay, yeah. So probably if there is information who is which is actually in kind of like a word format, then it kind of like a something hard to kind of like a something uh, imagine or hard to kind of like a something understand this thing. But if the information is actually cater with me with the image format, then probably I would imagine a lot. Example, okay, yeah. So description that kind of like a something mention in the kind of like a something physics or astrophysics paper are kind of like something so crazy to understand. They mention this, they mention that, they mention that, they mention that. Okay, probably there is a kind of like a some person who is literally experienced on about all those kind of like a concept and gravitational field and something like that. Then that person kind of like something understand about how is exactly what is actually written in this kind of like a research paper regarding about the black hole and things like that. But if I'm kind of like a somebody very new person, I need to know the image format. I need to understand what is actually this kind of like a something black hole looks like. Okay, I have to see that thing. I have to see that kind of like a something render image, which kind of like a something understand better, which could kind of like a know that ki, this is the black hole, this is the singularity, this is the event horizon, this is the this this is the accretion disk, this is that why the accretion disk look like that, like because light bend towards this way because of the gravitational field of this and that. So because like basically is this thing not like usually I'm kind of like comparing with this YouTube video, because in this YouTube video, like there are a lot of YouTube videos in the YouTube lot of videos, they actually kind of like tell us kind of like a similar information through the word, through the image format, so that I could imagine much better way. Okay, yeah. So sorry, okay, I'm kind of like only talking about some of this, like, but probably what I'm trying to tell you is this thing that key, I won't be able to learn the things which is actually written in word. Okay, yeah, because it's kind of like a something hard to understand or hard to imagine this thing. I usually learn through imagination. I usually learn through imagine some sort of stuff and try to learn by myself. Okay, yeah. So this is what I do and this is what I learn. Okay, And curiosity means like that ki I do have a kind of like something curiosity regarding about space stuff. But problem is that ki like not problem, but I don't want to be kind of like a, somebody do kind of like a career in career in that astrophysics and things like that. Why? Because I think I am not kind of like a something a very talented person, something like that. Like why do you say that you love that thing, you have that kind of like concept that you want to know, then why do you say that ki you are not that kind of like person? Well, probably is this in a curiosity means like that I do have a kind of like a curiosity regarding about space stuff and things like that. Will I be able to solve some sort of mathematical or numerical problem? Like I fail in derivatives, I fail in integration. These are kind of like only chapter which is actually cater in mathematics. Okay, yeah, I fail in those subject. I barely pass those subject. So how do I supposed to kind of like a something convince myself so that I could be a kind of like a something physicist, so that I would have a kind of like a something this information about that. No, I just have kind of like some curiosity, and I just wants to know. That's it. Okay, yeah. I love knowing this stuff. I love the time dilation. I love kind of like a gravitational field. I love to know about that stuff. Is because that I have that kind of like some curiosity. It doesn't mean that I wanted to be kind of like a started career into it. No, no, nothing really at all. But I have this kind of like some curiosity. Oh yeah, and yes, but another thing is that I not only I just I have a lot of curiosity regarding about lot of stuff. Okay, like a space stuff that I already mentioned. Okay, photography, filmmaking, these are the kind of something like curiosity that I have. And like basically I do want it to career into it. Okay, yeah. And by the I'm doing it by the way, yes, because let me tell you one thing, filmmaking, photography, this is kind of like a curiosity that I have. I just want to know how to film work. I just want to know how the photo is actually taken, how I just want to know what is actually the composition. I just want to know the design element. I just want to know everything regarding about filmmaking and photography stuff. It's kind of like a something I have a lot of curiosity, and I love to know about that stuff. I love to know about things and that. That's why I just kind of like a watch kind of like a making of video behind the scene regarding about how they should supposed to do that, how do this that. Okay, yeah. And also in this particular curiosity I do wanted to I do wanted to kind of like started doing my career into it. Yeah, because I know I could do that. Okay, yeah. Regarding about the space and things like that, I might not kind of like a some capable person to kind of like understand about the space stuff. Yeah, I have curiosity, but I might not understand that stuff because it's far more beyond my brain. Okay, yeah. But filmmaking is a kind of like a something stuff that really required creativity, and I do have a creativity. I do have a kind of like somebody looking at the problem with kind of like somebody different way and something like that. Like I don't know how do I supposed to explain this thing. It's kind of like something that I have this kind of like somebody curiosity, and because of this kind of like somebody curiosity, because of this filmmaking thing, it kind of like a shape my entire life. Yeah, let me tell you one thing. Now, if I didn't really have that kind of something like curiosity, now, I would kind of like somebody doing just 9 to 5 job and things like that. Okay, yeah. Because let me tell you one thing. In my life, okay, yeah, there is a kind of like somebody moment, which is in that particular moment, I have to choose. Will I be able to kind of like somebody go as a content creator or kind of like a doing 9 to 5 job? I choose content creator. Okay, yeah. And not only choose, I stay for 5 year and continuously improving my craft without without earning any money, and kind of like a taking all those like a hard word or negative things from the parents and everything that will you able to do that. Like at this moment I have still not earning any kind of like some money, but I do have believe in myself in this content creation, filmmaking and photography things. And it kind of like a something right now, it kind of like a paying me little bit. Okay, yeah, because right now I'm gaining almost like a 5,000 followers on Instagram, then kind of like a 1,500 like 1,400 something subscriber on YouTube platform. So yeah, I'm gaining little bit of kind of like some traction, but right now I feel really good. And as also like I have this curiosity, I wanted to do those things. I have interest, and I'm kind of like something making this as a career. It kind of like a something really amazing thing. Like when I started doing my work now, it doesn't feel like kind of like I'm working. No, it felt kind of like something very easy thing. Yeah, sometimes it kind of like something very hard because there is a lot of stuff to do, things and that, and probably it is a lot of fucked up thing. But trust me, it's just like I love this process. I love, like, basically when I was doing a job, I was kind of like a dying inside. Okay, I just feel like that key, like, what the fuck I'm doing, like, am I kind of like a somebody worthy enough to be kind of like a, that 9 to 5 person? Because like almost 4 year of my life I was kind of like a doing this 9 to 5 stuff, and I just don't want, I just, like, I'm kind of like a dying every single day of doing this thing. But after like a, like basically I'm doing this content creation for 4 year, I'm not actually earning any kind of like a something. There are so many ways that I shouldn't supposed to be do that content creation, but still the interest and curiosity that I have regarding about that concept, it's kind of like a kept me alive, kept me kind of like a things that I could do, that kind of like a create the belief inside of me, and it kind of like a divert entire mindset. And this curiosity is kind of like a something just shaping my life from the every point of perspective. So yes, I have kind of like some curiosity regarding about filmmaking, photography, and I'm kind of like a working on that. I'm kind of like a making that thing curiosity as my career. So yes. Okay, yeah. So these are kind of like some curiosity that I have, but still, okay, yeah, I have so many curiosity regarding about knowing stuff. Okay, yeah, like basically these are kind of like simply one of the topmost, but there are so many ways regarding like I have curiosity. Okay, yeah, tech. Okay, I like basically can I use interest instead of curiosity? Okay, yeah, because if I'm gonna say curiosity means like that key, like a curiosity means like I'm curious about this thing and that thing. But probably if I'm gonna say interest, I have little bit interest about mobile, like a latest mobile phone, latest technology, latest kind of like a something improvement which actually happened in the world. Then geopolitics, I love geopolitics, I wanted to know about things what exactly happened. Okay, I also love histories. Okay, I wanted to know about what exactly happened in World War One, World War Two, all those kind of like assembly war is actually happened. Okay, then basically I love kind of like assembly geography too, regarding about the plates, tectonic plates, material, minerals, how these actually happen and stuff like that. Okay, yeah. Then then basically I don't know, yeah, basically whatever the interest that I have, it's all those kind of like some interest is actually catered by the YouTube. And I love, okay, love, like I don't know how do I supposed to this thing, it's just like that na ki, this make me kind of like a simply I have a lot of curiosity regarding about so many stuff. And it kind of like a something make me alive, and it felt so much amazing. Okay, yeah, it felt really great. Okay, yeah. Why I'm saying this thing to myself, that I'm literally curious person regarding about this stuff. Okay, yeah, because I just kind of like simply look inside of me that what exactly do I like, what exactly I don't like. Okay, yeah. What I'm trying to tell you. Okay, okay. So I'm gonna kind of like giving you particular example. Okay, yeah. So curiosity is actually play a very huge role in your life. Okay, yeah. But what I'm trying to tell you is this thing that ki most of people don't really know what they're curious about. Okay, so they are kind of like a misleading of things which is actually generated by the social media. Example. So when I open my YouTube, okay, there are some sort of recommended feed regarding about the geopolitics, science, and then this and that and that, like which are kind of like a really curious subject which actually recommended in my feed. I watched that thing. It felt really good. Okay, yeah. So basically, I'm gaining some sort of information regarding about my interest stuff. Okay, yeah. I'm not actually went through kind of like a some reels and something like that, and whatever the social media is actually offering me, I'm looking at this thing. No, like basically I instead of kind of like somebody watching vertical video, I prefer to be kind of like a horizontal video. Because of that horizontal video, I'm gaining a lot of information. Okay, yeah, obviously it takes time, but it kind of like a something it kind of like a something that importance. Okay, yeah, most of the people are kind of like a not watching any kind of like a simply horizontal video. They are just watching vertical videos. Okay, and vertical, the problem with the vertical video is that key, the social media is actually control the vertical video, means you don't know what kind of like a something video that you're gonna watch next. Yeah, this is what actually happened. Okay, yeah. So this is what like a something is this thing that ki if you are not kind of something like curious person, then probably all those medias and everything which is actually kind of like a showing this and that, and they are kind of like a something earn money through the advertising things like that if you're not really interested in this thing. So this is what something is this thing. So I don't know, yeah, like basically every people is literally curious about stuff, but they don't know it. Okay, yeah, then how do you know it? Like basically what kind of like some of the steps that you took, that you are started knowing that you have literally curious regarding about others that they don't know? Well, probably is this thing na, not every person is literally curious. Okay, yeah, or maybe every person is literally curious about some certain thing, but they don't really know how they should supposed to find out that they are bitterly curious about that. I don't know, like basically what I do is that, okay, I just doing self talk. Okay, yeah, like basically I am kind of like a do the things that you are actually hearing called artifact episode. It's kind of like a somebody self talk. Okay, I am doing this thing since 2015 every single day. Okay, yeah, and in this particular audio artifact episode I usually talk with myself, ask bunch of questions like this and giving them answer. Okay, yeah, so while I was giving them answer, I kind of like a dig deep. Okay, I'm kind of like thinking about very deep that what is this, what is that, what is that, what is that, is it kind of like something help me or not? There are so many ways I'm thinking about that, and I'm kind of like asking this question to myself, and while I was giving this answer I'm kind of like a get deep, so just I know what is actually do I like or not. I'm literally control with this kind of like some situation, that what should I supposed to do and what should I supposed to not. Okay, yeah, so that's why it kind of like has helped me find out what is actually my creative ways and how do I supposed to get it that thing done. So this is the way, dude. Okay, yeah, so this is how I kind of like something literally curious about some sort of stuff. All right, yeah, so this is it, I should supposed to be end here. All right, and thank you.